What's good, everyone? This is Defender here. We got full moon Monday, rocking it out. And this camera, there is no way that a camera anywhere could do this moon justice. It's just not the same thing. Absolutely phenomenal energy coming off of it that you can feel it if you're outside, and you will feel more energetic, awake. And for me, whenever there happens to be a full moon, one way or another, I just find myself walking outside, and then I look over and it's like, oh, a full moon is there. And you might not even notice it at first. You might just be walking around at night somewhere, and then you're like, I feel really energetic. You look over to your left, it's the moon, dog, a full moon. You look to your right, you're in New Jersey, there's woods, you're close to the Pine Barrens. The Jersey Devil comes out of nowhere and just lands right in front of you, and then you put it on YouTube and you only get like 20 views because you don't know how to market it anyway or whatever, and then life goes on. But I have not gotten attacked by the Jersey Devil yet, but I think he prefers to be called Jay-Dee. So, devil's a little harsh. I mean, it's just a bat horse creature trying to like peacefully raise a family of bat horses, and there's like 4 left in the universe, and we have to just prosecute it to no end and call it a Jersey Devil. Little harsh. You just compromise. Call it JD. Call him JD. Just so he has not come at me yet. And what a moon, man. So I'm gonna take a few deep breaths and close my eyes, take a few deep breaths, and say anything that feels like it should be discussed. I don't do planned recordings, really. Sometimes I might have a topic long ahead of time that I've been meaning to sort out, but tonight I was not going to plan anything, and we're at 10% battery, so this might cut off anyway, which is fine. If it was meant to cut off, it was meant to cut off. And I might come up out of the breathing exercise, and I might just come up with, I might not even say anything. It might just be literally nothing. So, which is good. I release my desires as a gift of love to the universe. You release your desires as a gift of love to the universe. Defender releases his desires as a gift of love to the universe. And that is the first thing I thought of after taking a few deep breaths, probably because I just did a 40-minute guided meditation earlier on releasing desires, and I feel like it really helped. And You might say, why would you want to release desires? Because essentially no man is entitled, no human is entitled to a specific result based on their actions. So no one can deny you the fruits of your labor, but at the same time, it is a fool who chases results, who expects a result, who projects a mind-made story about what sort of result should be, quote, gained, end quote. And by releasing your desires, what you can do is start to break the attachment to results and outcomes, mind-made stories. Once you do that, you can be in the present moment. You can be more in flow with life itself. And when you go with the flow of life itself, life starts to work for you. Strange coincidences start to happen. Things just start to fall into place as they should. Rather than projecting a mind-made story into a result or something that you really wanted, which is a desire, whether it be sexual, whether it would be a relationship, whether it would be money, whether it would be writing a best-selling book, whether it would be dominating a given profession, all desires and all coming from a place of ego, all a mind-made story, which cannot do much good. It can actually do no good at all. So if you break those desires and you give them as a gift of love to the universe, what you can do is just if you can do it, you will feel the difference immediately. So suddenly you're just doing stuff because it is your very dharma to do that. It is woven in your destiny to do that given action, whether it would be walking back to your place or writing an hour, finishing a project you're doing, or playing a poker tournament with 1 billion people in it for no reason in 2 days. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. It's not to say that, yeah, you're not saying that you would cry if you made a final table or, whatever, if you list the top 3 things that you want in life that you don't have. You're not saying that you don't want those things. You're saying, yeah, they would be nice, it would be cool, but you don't need them. You see, that's the key. So you release the desire. You release the desire, you break, and you just have to break it. And that's, once you break the desire, then your actions become aligned with the universe, and it becomes more karmic yoga, where you're doing this action because it is woven in your destiny to do this specific action. And how do you know if an action is the action you should be taking? Well, does the action benefit the totality, not just you? Does every other person, does every life form, does the totality benefit from your action? If the answer is yes, then you should probably be taking the action. If the answer is no, it's probably coming from a place of ego, which if you can be aware of that and see that, then your awareness is increasing. Your presence will start to increase with your awareness as well. And then beautiful things can happen. And then the Jersey Devil will just appear before you in vapor form, and you'll be fucked anyway. So, one way or the other. And I'm just going to close on a few breaths and just staring at this moon. Wow. Oh. Or just the stars out here. Wow, these stars. Billions of stars just floating in the sky. And the inconceivable space in between them. The vastness of the intergalactic space is just... That's a 30-minute video in itself right there. So we'll just breathe and think about our top desires that we have had so much stress added to for no reason, making things into a problem and releasing them to the universe.